Play it cool, man.
Yeah. The lights come on.
I pull over.
Okay. The police car pulls over behind you, and the cop just sits in the car. There's two cops in the car. They just sit there.
All right. I put my hands on the steering wheel and wait.
They're not getting out of the car. He's drumming on the thing.
The dashboard. I'm just beating on the dashboard.
Okay.
It'd be better if the music was on. Another like after a good 5 minutes, another police car pulls up behind the first police car.
Oh,
Okay.
This isn't great.
This is not good. We're about to be arrested.
Eventually, the cops from the first police car get out of the car. The cops from the second are not getting out of their car. They're slowly walking toward your car.
Okay.
Is your vehicle
I got my
on
hands
or
on the wheel, very visible.
Is your car turned on or off?
Off.
Okay. One of the cops comes up and looks into your window.
How can I help you, officer?
Is your window down?
Yeah, I roll my window down, I guess.
Okay. He says, driver's
Slowly.
license and registration, please. It's fun watching him try to slowly roll down an electric window. It's like,
No, I mean I move my hand slowly to the switch.
okay, that's fine.
I'm not making any sudden movements.
You don't need to worry about getting shot. You're not black.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know.
This is Logan's world. Better safe than sorry.
Yep. So I give him my license and registration.
Right. The one cop is standing kind of behind your vehicle and off to the side a little bit, and the other one takes it back to his car. And then he sits in there for a while.
Okay.
And eventually he comes back and he says, your side of your car looks like it needs new paint or something. Did you just recently have it pounded out?
Yeah, well, we've got a really nasty driveway where we live, and it's really hard to get out. And yeah, I had to send it to the shop because I didn't succeed at pulling it out of the driveway one day.
They should get your driveway fixed. He gives you back your driver's license and registration and tells you to have a nice day.
Thank you, officer.
It's at that point that Jeremy snaps and begins killing people.
I have a taste for blood now.
But yeah, they go back to their car. The second cop car pulls out, and eventually the first cop car pulls out, and they go away.
Huh. That was a very involved stop for just you have some damage. Okay.
On the driver's side too, so it's not like you didn't notice.
Yeah. So yeah, I get out of the car and check out the damage he's pointing out. What's going on here?
It looks like it's on the side that hits the ground every time, and it's been repaired at least 4 or 5 times back. And it's, the metal itself, it looks like it's permanently crumpled because they've had to pound the metal out so many times. Yeah.
Okay.
As you're standing on the side of the road, your phone begins to ring.
Whose? Russ's, Rock's, or mine?
Rocks.
All right. I pick up my phone.
Stone, it's me. It's Elliot.
Hey, Elliot. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Very good.
All right.
Off the drugs.
That's
Feeling
good.
clean.
That's good. Is Phil still doing the horse tranquilizers?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
I can't ask him something like that.
Well, then that'll be his secret.
Ugh. Well, try to keep him off of him because you guys have got paying work coming up, and I'll tell you what, the studio would like to help out the other studio. So do a good job in it, and there'll be a bonus, a cash bonus. All right.
All right. Thank you, Elliot.
Cash money. Yeah, he tells you where to report tomorrow. Basically, it shouldn't take long to film your guys' part because you guys are not going to be doing any of the major stuff since you're talentless hacks. So he tells you which studio lot to be on and everything.
Right.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to do today, or should we cut to filming?
I think we'll cut to filming.
Do we?
Well, we gotta return the sword we get the sword out of the car and stuff.
You could leave it back there. It is a fucking handy extra sword. Not everybody has a roadside assistance kit in the back of their car that includes a sword.
Do we want to schedule another appointment with teacher? It's not going to be for a couple days again, or a month maybe this time.
I was going to say, you got to check in your sword from killing the shit out of that guy.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Yeah, education, you kind of have to just do it in this system.
Okay.
And he sucked at teaching anyway. He probably had like base in teaching because he was terrible. So
right. I'm just going to attempt to hide my sword then.
Didn't you already have one hidden?
Yeah, he does.
But this is
the next day. You're right. You're right. Yeah,
I succeeded.
I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys, but I did decide to extend the duration of the hiding the sword thing instead of till next sunrise, sunset. It's day. It lasts 1 day now.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's just an unnecessary pain in the ass.
Yeah, that
right.
eases things up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do I have a hidden sword now?
How about you, Russ?
I'll give it a shot.
Or are you relying on the one in the trunk?
I'm relying on the one in the trunk.
Russ has junk in the trunk. Good deal. Cut to, you guys go to the filming. This show is called Northeast Side Story. Because there's actually already a North Side Story, there's an East Side Story, you're in Northeast Side Story. It's a complete piece of shit dealing with a guy who's trying to resist the lure of a gang and work for his parents at a restaurant. Dances are way overused, including during a gang versus gang battle and various restaurant scenes. In fact, during the shooting of this piece of shit, and the piece of shit takes longer than the day you thought it would. Good news is, even though it takes like a week or two, you guys are now climatized toward the city and stuff. That'll make your lives a little easier. So one of not the main guy, but the second lead actor died. And due to racial diversity, they decided to replace the white guy with a black guy, dress him the same, and have everybody act as though it's the same guy, but they're keeping the footage from before. So basically just change the color partway through, and they hope the audience doesn't know. The show itself, you guys are going to guess that it is going to bomb hard, but hopefully you can strut yourself during this show so that maybe somebody will notice that, despite you guys being a shit show, you're ready to rise above it. So both of you give me singing roles.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Cool. Russ is killing it. Russ, keep track of how many successful things. You got one successful thing. Both of you give me dance roles as you attempt the gang violence.
I still can't dance.
I tripped.
He hauls several people down with him. It just shows part of the stage collapse, and that makes it into the final cut too.
So I sing, I put my arms wide and hit some guy in the face.
Excellent. Both of you give me acting roles.
Man,
Success.
I failed at that too.
Excellent. Russ has got 2 and you've got 0. So far, they're not happy with you. And last roll, both of you give me talent rolls.
And
hopefully. Right. Russ, you get $1,000 bonus, and Jeremy, you pretty much get escorted off of the lot. So,
sounds good.
Do I get cash money, or is that
$1,000 cash money? Yeah.
Cash money. Okay.
Cash money. $1,000. Yeah, that comes from your studio. Because these guys paid your studio to use you and stuff and all that. So yeah.
Cool. I failed. Sorry, Bobcat.
Yeah, they're like.
Why are we investing money in this guy?
They're hoping you get better, or well, fortunately for them in this world, they've got other shit they can put you onto, mainly as a combat machine. If you are not doing well. But after that gets done, you guys get a new call. It's Elliot again. He's like, "Am I getting you work, or am I getting you work?"
Elliot, you're a peach.
That's what I like to hear. Yeah. By the way, please tell Phil that the new lead actor guy from the last thing got out of the hospital and he's doing okay from being pulled off of the set by accident during the dance number Phil was trying to do. The arm's healing a peach. I'm sure he's forgiven him. But we're going to need you to come and do some tests. It's a Bobcat Studio production.
Jazz hands.
All right.
Take card for jazz hands. I like that. All right. And cut two, it's a new lot. And basically, you guys are going to be given dramatic readings to do. In roll 20, we're going to start with Russ here on this one. Please read this dramatically.
Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Excellent. Jeremy, please give me your version of the dramatic reading.
Out, brief candle. Life but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Very nice. Both of you guys take a card for good dramatic readings. Now, give me theater lore rolls, please. Or you may also use, instead of theater lore, if you'd prefer to use Shakespearean lore or play lore. Either way.
Theater.
Okay.
Fail.
I'm assuming I don't have anything in that. Success.
Excellent. Take your check in whichever of those skills you're wanting. Right. This
Theater
is
lore.
the black director who's very thin and best described as whip-like, and he definitely has a very negative attitude toward everybody that works for him and such. Having you guys read this is considered horrible luck because this is from a play called Macbeth by Shakespeare, and the play Macbeth by actors is not even mentioned. They don't talk about the title because it's considered bad luck. And so then they have to do various rituals cleansing rituals to avoid bringing bad luck upon themselves. It could be walking backward through a door or casting salt over their shoulder or something like that. So there are various cleansing rituals.
Okay, let's. So that's the deal, huh?
Well, he knows that's the deal. You know shit.
Right.
Blah.
Well, what do we do?
Well, salt
you're,
over shoulder while walking backwards through a door.
Well, you could also use a line from Hamlet, if you wish, from Act 1, Scene 4.
Let's go for it. That seems easy.
Okay.
All right. Do you know it off the top of your head? No.
No.
Neither do I. If we shadows have offended, blah, 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 you guys say that, and the other actors give you guys the nod, like, you didn't fuck up, you're out of luck. The director does not seem to know or care. Give me empathy rolls.
Success.
He is not, he's really, really young, maybe too young to be directing a, whatever the fuck this is going to become. You're not even sure. He's in his early 20s at best. He doesn't seem to know anything about this sort of thing. So you're not sure why this dude is directing, but he definitely has a vision in his mind. So yes, they're pleased with your reading, and they decide to get you into a show. This is going to be a sci-fi show. You're making a pilot for a television series. It's called Handy, Handee. It's about a robot who wanders around. It is a really bad knockoff of R2D2, and it has small arms on it. At least once per the show, one or both of the arms fall off, and it never seems to get repaired quite right. Whenever an arm or arms fall off, everybody in unison goes, Handy. Yeah. So they have an unfortunate little person inside whose job is to shuffle around. Other actors in this show is Captain Faze Manley. It's the big chin, tough as nails, remarkable physique captain who will bravely charge into any battle, whether it makes rational sense or not. With his twin six-shooter blasters, he takes the galaxy and humps it into submission, literally. The captain's aide-de-camp is called Davina. She was hired primarily as the huge-breasted eye candy. Anytime there's an explosion anywhere, it's sure to take off a good strategic chunk of clothing. She is from a sexually promiscuous planet, etc. All the worst stereotypes from a patriarchal society gets heaped on this character's curvy hips. She has the worst jobs on the ship, including, quote, turning down the captain's bed at night.
Oh my God.
Now, yes, it's that bad.
Brannigan.
Now, both of you guys give me luck rolls. I just want to know who gets the worst.
Me. We both failed, or we both succeeded.
Yes, but Russ definitely got better. So Russ gets, his part will be Security Officer Zhao Joy. This is the better of the roles. I want you to keep this in mind while I'm telling you about it. Orphaned early in life and raised by Chinese parents and indoctrinated into special Asian fighting style, you kick ass with Japanese weapons for some reason. The writer does not seem to know or acknowledge any difference between the Chinese or Japanese cultures. All of your generalized Oriental weapons have been made more spacey, like the glow-in-the-dark nunchucks with sparkles. Your tagline will be, prepare for Chinese fury. The director actually wanted to cast a Chinese person. The studio wanted a Caucasian. The director seems to have met them halfway. Okay. So, unfortunately, you're going to be asked for some ridiculous weapons roll from time to time. So, for the pilot, and this is your rolls for the pilot, I need you to roll acting.
Not a fumble.
All right, you suck at it. Now, pick 3 unusual weapons that are Japanese and medieval.
Sai, Nunchuck.
Great.
Cheeto.
Which one's Cheeto?
Cheeto. It's a short sword kind of thing.
Okay, cool. Give me skill rolls in all 3 of those.
At base. Here we go.
Yep.
Fail, and fail.
No problem. Now give me a talent roll. Hopefully your natural talent will leak out.
Fail.
And a memory roll to remember your lines.
Fail.
You're thinking.
Prepare for Chinese fury.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's the only line he remembers, so he just keeps repeating, prepare for Chinese fury.
Yep, that's all I'm saying the whole time, because I don't remember anything else.
The sad thing is somebody watching this may make that their ringtone. We don't know. Now, oh, poor Jeremy. For Jeremy, you are playing Tech Sergeant Boris Ganeka. You are the Russian accented engineer of the ship. You keep it running despite fierce enemies, lack of spare parts, and absence of any common sense. You often make amazing faux pas that were you in normal, polite society, you would doubtless be beaten to death. Your tagline is, in space Russia, you don't X, the X X's you. And you have to fill in the blank with whatever's appropriate. Now, the bad news for you is occasionally they have things explode unsafely near you. Good news is you will be getting a skill check for that. So, first, give me. Oh, and failing your dodge roll, which will be coming up soon, means that you go home with your clothes burned and shit like that. Thank God for your fast regeneration. So, give me an acting roll.
Fail.
Would you like to use your Russian language skill or mimicry skill to fake the accent?
We'll go with mimicry.
Give me a mimicry roll.
Success.
Wow, you are sounding very Russian. They're very happy with this. Give me a talent roll to see what kind of talented actor you are.
Not very.
Okay, and a memory roll to remember your lines.
Well, that was my memory. All right. Fail.
And a dodge roll to keep clear of the debris which is rapidly exploding around you.
Super success.
Fuck OSHA. Right, let's hear your tagline, but fill in the X's with something else.
In space, Russia. Fuck. My memory failed on me. In space, Russia. X don't X you. No, I don't know. What was
You have to fill in, like, in space Russia, you don't fuck the bear fucks you, or the space bear or something. You have to put in different words.
In space, Russia. Well, I was gonna steal fuck, and now that one's ruined. In space, Russia, you do not fix ship. Ship fixes you.
Very good. Other parts, just so you guys know, they also have the pilot, who is from the planet Wiki, patang, patang. Oh! He has blue-green skin, a strange blue wave that's where his hair would be, and a long octopus tentacle that grows up out of his left shoulder. It usually lays there unless they have the puppeteer in, and then it flails around like a fucking angry baby, usually slapping Russ in the crotch, face, or knocking random gear over. His tagline is glub glub. They also have a science officer whose head is kept in a large fish bowl, and the director gets upset because their breathing fogs it, and so they make them hold their breath a lot. And also they had a problem because the little person inside of the handy robot complained he couldn't breathe, so the guy came with a big drill. Went, and the guy's like, what's going on? Ooh. So they had to get a new little person for inside because that one died. And then when the new one got there, he's like, is this blood? And they're like, work with it, it's oil. And they put him in there. So awkward. A little bit about the actual cast and crew and director and stuff that you are working with on this fucking piece of shit. The showrunner, director, and writer, he's a triple threat, is named Keon McCall. You can't call him that. He demands that all of his workers call him Menzie. He is black, thin, overly intense, in his mid-20s, whip-like personality, and he yells at people a lot. He often talks about Zulu things. Give me your Zulu language rolls, please.
That's a fail.
That's a fail.
Oh, if you'd succeeded. Anyway, yeah. So there's also another cast member is Barbara Kurtz. Some people call her Barbarella. She doesn't like it. She's blonde-haired, blue-eyed, huge-breasted bombshell. Her clothing's always moments away from a wardrobe malfunction. Husky voice. She is the show poll for a certain demographic, that being male. She's in her mid-20s. She appears to be aloof, and give me empathy rolls on her.
Fail.
Wow. Okay, a little bit of real-life stuff here. In micro-expressions, Russ, do you know what the most dangerous micro-expression is?
I have no idea.
Do you know what a micro-expression is?
Yeah.
Cool. The most dangerous micro expression. Wait, sorry, Jeremy. Do you know what a micro expression is?
Yeah.
The most dangerous one. Jeremy, if you can tell me what the most dangerous one is, I'll give you a card instead. Do you know?
Random guess. I'm gonna say sadness, but
No, nobody fucking kills you for sadness. They just look sad. The most dangerous one is contempt. Contempt is the most dangerous. Russ, whenever she looks at the director, you catch a micro expression of contempt now and then, although she's trying to hold it, back, right?
Right.
Let's see.
Made some bad career choices.
The producer, there's a lot of them. By the way, just so you guys know, it's about 100 people at any given time working on this, okay? Even shitty ones have a lot of people. Key grip. Anyway, one of the producers is named Alor Lashar. She identifies as Klingon and is always dressed literally as a Klingon, including the forehead thing, armor, etc. Brown hair, brown eyes, stocky build. She has some of her people, and she speaks to them in Klingon. They respond in Klingon. You guys give me Klingon roles.
Fail.
Cool.
fail.
Who knows what's going on? But her people are not dressed as Klingons during this. Apparently, she's taken her Klingonness to the next height. Maybe it's permanent. But she is a good producer, if nothing else. The male lead, the guy with the big chin and stuff, he has a chin you can crack walnuts on. His name is Floyd P. Morrison. Intense blue eyes, dark blonde hair, bodybuilder type physique, late 20s, early 30s. Unfortunately, he's dumb as a rock. He's also even if he gets upset and goes to his trailer to watch monkey videos, which appear to cheer him up, he doesn't like being alone. He likes being with somebody else and talking about himself.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So that's some of the people that you are working with. There are others. There are some nice people as well, but those are the more interesting ones. One of the things you guys see when you're just kind of wandering around and like they're setting up for a new shoot and stuff for the pilot is you guys hear arguing and you hear the director's voice and somebody else's. Give me listen rolls, or you can approach closer with stealth rolls and try to defeat the listen. It's up to you.
I'm just going to try and listen.
Yeah, same.
Not quite.
Success.
You can hear your buddy breathing right next to you, and he's doing it really loud next to your ear, Russ, and you're like, I can't fucking hear. And he's like, send the rebels to me now. Anyway, it's some lady. You're not able to see her from here because you're being sneaky and stuff. But she's like, arguing about the money and stuff. And he's like, look, you're going to do this. Menzie commands it. And she's like, Menzie, you're from Mississippi. You're not Zulu. And he's like, we both know why you are doing this. You will continue funding this and you will like it. And she's like, I will get the studio to continue funding it, but this is a horrible thing. He's like, it would be bigger than Christ. And she's like, I'm Jewish, right? I don't care who you are. It will be well known, more so than even Jesus. And she's like, I maybe is a fucking money burn. And he's like, go now. Take your studio exec sensibilities with you. I do not wish to talk to you. I am busy creating because I am the creator. And she goes, you're a fucking idiot. And then you guys get to see her storm out. Fortunately, you guys didn't fucking sneak up, so she hasn't even noticed you. She's got a pointed nose, somewhat nasal voice, sharp dark eyes, 50s or 60s age, brown hair, thin and angular. Pretty close to what you would consider the stereotypical Jewish mother-in-law if they, thin model. As she's walking by you guys, she snaps, stand up straight. Just keeps You don't know who she is.
All right.
He is dressed in an expensive suit, though.
Appraise on the suit.
Go for it.
Yes.
You're thinking it's probably a $5,000 suit?
Cool.
Yeah, based on your appraisal, you're guessing studio exec from Bobcat, which is the studio that is putting this together and that you work for and that gives you money. Well, they give him money because he can fucking act and dance and shit.
Apparently, they're not giving us enough money because she's able to walk around in a $5,000 suit.
So, yeah, there you go.
All right.
What do you guys want to do, if anything?
We did our acting job. We failed at it.
Oh, this job is done.
Cool. You're asked by somebody to like the nice Klingon lady comes and says, "Could you help me find Barbara? I don't know where she is."
Which one's Barbara?
The big boobed one.
She points at him, goes, "That's there."
So yeah, I'll help you find big boobs.
She gives you a fucking level look and goes on about her business. Right, you guys go wandering around. Eventually, you do find her. You can hear her crying in her trailer.
Oh, Mrs. Contempt. Knock, knock.
Yes.
The Klingon lady's looking for you.
Oh, please tell her I'll be there in a few moments.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was uneventful. I find Klingon lady and let her know that Barbara's in the in her trailer, and that she'll be out soon.
She yells at one of her people for not checking the trailer. And the last thing you guys notice here is that not all, but say out of the dozen cameramen, 3 of them have this tattoo.
Tattoo, looking for tattoo. Oh. So they got a uterus tattoo on their forearm.
Looks like a sign of the zodiac. Aries?
I'm calling it a uterus.
Okay. I can see the fallopian tube, sure.
Great. So, yeah, let me know if there's anything else you're wanting to do.
Can
Otherwise, just finish your job.
What kind of lore would I have to roll to see what that is?
You might be able to find out what it is or isn't. I'll take an occult lore roll.
All right. Fail.
I'll give that a shot. Oh, success.
It's not an occult symbol.
Right.
There appears to be a lot of things going on the set that are deeper than the surface, but if you just want to do your acting job and go home, that's okay too.
I'm going to check in on the on Barbara.
She's leaving her trailer and heading over. No sign of tears or anything like that.
I just kind of walk up to her and say, that guy's a real jerk. Are you okay?
Oh yes, I'm fine, thank you. She puts a hand on your arm and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a very demanding actor, she says.
I see.
It's hard when you're past,
Don't have much of a past, but I'll work on that.
She looks at you as though you may be clinically insane. She says.
Can I use research to see if there's anything online about these two, their history?
Go for it. You pull out your phone and you do what all millennials do and look at your phone and just start typing on. Nobody notices anything, although if the director sees it, like if you're trying to act and your phone goes off or you start texting or whatever, he will lose his fucking mind. So sure, give me a research roll.
I succeeded with a 14.
There's no listed link between them. This is the first directorial job for this guy, and she's been in like a couple of commercials or something like that.
He's
So it's
never
her-
acted before.
Pardon?
The director's never acted before.
No, not according to his IMDb page.
Okay. Uneventful.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
She's trying to keep a brave face and goes in to see what's going on, blah, blah, blah.
All right. Stay frosty.
You work on that past.
I will.
All right. Mhm.
Well, yeah, that's what it does.
So what do you guys want to do? You've got plenty of time on the set and stuff if you're wanting to do anything there, or you can just sit and wait and watch people play chess as they wait for their lines or whatever.
I think I'm going to take some pictures.
Give me a photography roll.
Fail.
You suck at this. It shows like a lot of them of the thumb, and then you move the thumb, and then it looks like a different thumb, and you're just like, I can't even do a selfie. I need a selfie stick, etc.
Do I notice any are there seemingly any links between the guys with the tattoos on their arm except for the tattoo on their arm? Like, are they all the same skin color? Do they hang out together? Are they all cameramen?
No, they seem to be doing their best. Actually, give me an evidence analysis roll as you go.
And I think that's a success.
Should be, yeah.
Evidence analysis, that is a success.
They're careful not to acknowledge each other, and also they tend to stay apart, kind of like they're trying to cover all the area without like grouping up.
So they're guards. That seems like a guardy thing to do.
Unarmed. A couple of them
Well-
are kind of out of shape.
Oh, maybe
Unarmed
it's a
doesn't
trick.
mean that much in this world where you can just pull a sword out of your ass.
Point.
I'm gonna try and start up a conversation with him. Just small talk. Hey, how's the weather? What are you doing here? Is this your first job?
Oh no, I film all kinds of stuff and everything. Wow. What's up with her? She really I'm getting the impression she hates the director.
Apparently they have history. I tried looking it up. I couldn't find any way that they are tied together, but I guess people still have private lives.
This is his first. Oh yeah, you think it might be that? Chicka bow wow wow. Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, you wouldn't what?
I wouldn't mind. Barbara
you
looks
what.
like
I give you $20 if you break into her fucking trailer and get me some of her underwear.
I don't think it's worth it, man.
Are you sure?
I don't think it's worth it.
$25.
Making it difficult, but I think I'll have to pass.
$25.83.
Is this everything you have?
He pulls it out and shows it to you.
All right. Since you're that desperate, I'll give it a shot.
All
I'm gonna try
right.
and steal into Barbara's trailer or break into Barbara's trailer.
It's not even locked.
Just walk right in.
Yoink! My fucking underwear now. Give me a luck roll that nobody comes to the trailer while you're in there stealing her shit.
That is a success.
You are $25.83 richer, sir.
While I was in the trailer, do I look around and do I see anything? Because she was crying and apparently no tears. I guess she could have makeup.
There's a lot of crumpled up tissue and stuff like that. Makeup table.
So nothing unusual.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Give me a spot hidden roll as you go.
Yes.
There is an address that she's got, and she's drawn like little daggers and stuff next to it. Apparently, it's all handwritten stuff.
I'll snap a picture of it with my phone.
Give me a simple photography roll so that you can read it someday.
My photography is. Where is photography?
It's under P.
My photography is base, so I'm pretty sure that did not succeed.
I was gonna say it's like 40 or something. So
40 is base, yeah.
you can now. The good news is you can keep snapping pictures of it and going.
There we go.
Okay, great. I mean, getting a check in photography is really bloody easy, unless you're Russ, in which case, the camera falls apart and bursts into flames. He bought one of those fucking cell phones that burst into flames and shit. That was a Logan's World thing when those were coming out. I was like, my world is intruding.
Galaxy Note 7, yes. Way to go, Samsung.
I take my underwear, I give it to the dude, I make my $25.83.
Well done. He tucks them away in his pocket and he goes, that'll be sexy time later.
All right, that's all you, man.
Oh, I think I can fit into him, he says.
Do I witness any of this creepy shit?
I just facilitated a sex crime, all right.
Give me Russ, while he's doing that, you give me a spot. If you make spot, give me an empathy. If you don't make spot, don't worry about the empathy.
Not a fumble. Fail spot.
You're thinking about sexy time. It's just like the fucking scenes in the background going through your mind like, oh, yeah, sexy time.
Oh, chicka, wow, wow.
So what are you guys going to do now? You're pretty much done filming for the day. Well, actually, you're done filming, period, unless the show gets picked up. You're pretty confident that it's not going to get picked up.
Okay.
You're hopeful it's not going to get picked up.
I'm going to go talk to the director and see if he can give me any pointers on my acting, dancing, singing. Actually, this was just acting.
Yeah.
And dodging.
He screams at you for a few minutes, bats aside coffee brought to him. He goes, you spit it, didn't you? And, very little spit, sir. Very little. So he yells at you for a while. He has no useful shit. He is a very unpleasant individual.
Does he work for Bobcat?
Yeah.
Damn it. I can't just tell him off. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm tired of dealing with his shit. I am playing my Intimidate plus 20 card, and I'm going to intimidate the fuck out of him.
Do it.
Oh, that didn't work.
You make kissy faces at him. He feels uncomfortable. He leaves.
I want to blow a hero point on that just because I want to intimidate this fucker.
Well, keep in mind, guys, when you spend a card on an action, and then if you spend a hero point on it, the card's gone. That's for one roll only.
Okay, good to know.
So, yeah, I wouldn't personally unless you've got like a 60 or something.
Yeah.
He goes away feeling awkward and uncomfortable.
What do I have intimidate? I'm pretty sure I have something decent.
Now, just so you guys know, he's going to be working his ass off for a while because they've still got to cut it up and edit it and all that kind of shit. But the acting part is done.
All right. Well, I got nothing better to do.
Very good. Yeah, I got nothing to do either.
You guys, where do you want to go? You go back and sit in your swimming pool.
Can we go try and piss off actors so that we can chop their heads off?
I don't know that we're good enough to do that just yet, but it's a thought.
Gonna have to start chopping off heads sooner or later.
Yep. Let me look at the challenge rules.
Well, if you guys really wanted to go to a different studio or something, I'm sure that it would be no problem at all to get somebody to fucking challenge you. That part's easy. Surviving with your guys' skills, harder.
Harder, yes.
I mean, you guys even have problems pulling off a song and dance number.
Yeah. And I'd want to do some research on actors and see if they suck. I want to know who I was challenging. Might be a good idea.
Okay. Would you like me to cut to the next interesting shit that happens?
Well, I'm just going to go do some research and see if I can find some targets.
Oh, great. Sure. Give me a research roll.
I'll hang out. I'll join him with the research.
Okay.
2 heads are better than 1. Success.
Yep.
So hopefully we found a guy. I succeeded.
No problem. Yeah, you guys find 2 people you can go and pick on that they're also C list. Pretty much once you get to, by the time you get to B list, you should be really versed in sword and stuff. But at C list, there's all kinds of fucking just miserable sword fighters out there that you can go after. So yeah. Yeah,
All right.
although fortunately, since you did your research ahead of time, you're pretty sure you haven't gotten one of the holdouts. Those guys are super dangerous, where they're really good swords people, but they're really new to acting. So, but you found a couple of targets that you could probably go and challenge and stuff. Maybe even have a side-by-side duel. The only bad thing is that if more than one of you is dueling at a time, if somebody else comes in, like enter the second murderer type thing, then while you're helpless, chop.
Yeah, no, we definitely want to take turns being the second.
All right. Well,
You
I
want to go
already
get
chopped
more
off a
talented?
head. What?
You want to go get more talented?
I'm up for getting more talented.
All right. Where are these actors?
Cut to, you guys are dueling in a nice secluded place. Fortunately, your time with MCC has really helped you to find some good places to have some duels and shit.
Cool. All right. How about I do the sword fighting this time and you be the second?
I'm game.
All right.
Cool. In order to, it's pretty much a flat area. There's some rocks and stuff around. You're kind of in the shitty area of the city. But yeah, I'll go ahead and just basically run through some combat things, and then I will talk you through what happens with the piece of shit that you were in.
Can I roll a danger sense on the area just to?
Yeah,
Peace of mind.
absolutely.
I am playing a card plus 20 to my danger sense.
Okay.
I fumbled my danger sense.
That's a success.
Russ is convinced the area is haunted.
Oh man, I wish I hadn't done this.
Mhm.
I'm having a bad day, man.
Since you guys researched and stuff and were not taken by surprise, this is your standard combat. Heroes are first to have a chance of getting knocked down if they take damage. Villains are second to have a chance of knockdown. Both of you guys have your swords out. You're both ready to rock. You and your target. It's some schmuck that was in a Schmucker's commercial. So, approved action this round is stabbing yourself for full damage, including strength bonus.
Oh, try that.
But I've seen it done. I have seen it done. All these approved actions have been done by somebody at one time or another. So,
all right, so heroes are first.
yeah, they've got their second. Actually, after the combat, then maybe the seconds could fight. You know. Yep. Go ahead, Russ.
All right. Hit.
He is attempting to parry badly. Yeah.
Six points.
It looks pretty fucked up, but the
Let's
man
call
gets to slash you back for 8 points. They're both bloodied.
I'm going to attempt a sword parry.
Go for it. You're at negative 30.
No success.
Excellent. And we now go to, oh wait, sorry, were you wishing to stab yourself in the background? Full damage. Go, I can do it. Yeah. Jeremy? No?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, I have some time after these guys die. No, I don't need hero points that bad.
Oh, this is for cards.
Oh, cards? I definitely don't need cards that bad.
Next round.
Logan?
Can I
Huh?
play a card even if I'm not actively
Yeah.
participating?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
I'm going to play my replenish card. You can both of us can discard as many cards from our hands as we want, and then draw back up to 6.
Cool.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind every round, whether you're involved in the combat or not, at the end of the round, then one more card gets pulled. So, yes, most of your cards are pulled, Jeremy, so you can get 6 additional cards. Doing this, you can be up to, like, if combat's drug on for a while, you can have up to 12 cards in your hand. The only bad thing is that when you are every round you're forced to move a card from your hand to your pool, or you can skip the pool and go straight to discard. But if you do that, like if it's going toward discard, you can't trade it. In other words, you'd have to pool it first, then you can trade it. And the only cards that you can trade are pooled cards.
Okay.
Cool. So
I drew a red.
Okay, I got my cards. Logan, I had a question about the rules here. Do my wounds regenerate in an acting duel?
one hit point every round.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a red card.
Go on.
Any card that adds a bonus number or percent to a skill has to be discarded, and then you can draw a new card to replace it for every card you discarded.
Groovy, go ahead.
Numbers to letters.
Yep.
1, 2. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
All right,
2.
and draw 2. Okay. Okay, so everybody gets a hit point next round.
Yep.
All right.
Heroes are first, villains are second. Nothing is approved.
All right. I'm going to go for a neck shot.
Oh, you're going to try the decapitation thing in -30?
And it's a crit.
Holy fuck. I haven't seen your dice roll yet for your crit.
Yeah, same.
No. It's a crit because I'm playing a crit card.
Motherfucker. All right. Well, he's attempting to get a critical parry. No, he did get a regular parry, though, because he's scared you're going to fucking chop his head off. So decreases damage back to normal damage. But if you can do all of his hit points, his head will still fly off. He had, you'd done 6 before, so he's down 5. So, right, roll his 6 or higher to pop his head off.
Not quite.
All right. He's really close to death. He's like, ah, ah, ah. He's freaking out. And we go to next round. The bad guy looks like he's wanting to run, but he tried to parry last round. Heroes are first and get a free reroll. So, like in the background, Jeremy, while you're watching, acrobatics is approved. If you wanted to do a flip in place in order to celebrate Russ's new victory, you could. And you get a free reroll if you try it. If you fail, you look like a tool.
I'm going to try and do a flip.
Excellent. Go ahead and try a roll, and if you fail, you get a free reroll from the round.
Free reroll, and that's a success.
Yay! He does a flip in happiness, Russ. It's your turn. The guy looks like he's getting ready to run for a while.
All right, I'm going to slash him. Hit.
All right. You didn't do a called shot, so go ahead and roll normal damage.
9 points.
For his round, he falls down. His head's still on, though. Next round. Heroes are first, villains are second. Nothing is approved.
I take his head off.
Chop. Right. You go through the white smoke rising, lightning coming in, and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. The other guy who's watching is a bit nervous, and he's like, okay, so are we going at it while he's still messed up?
I see everything. I know everything.
I point at him and I draw my sword.
He draws his sword and walks toward you.
All right. I have a bunch of cards pooled. I can just play all of them right away if they're pooled.
You can play 1 card per action.
Okay. And I get 1 action per turn or 2 actions per turn?
1 action per. Well, it's kind of weird. You get an attack at full and a parry at -30, or you could take a dodge or whatever. But when you get close enough to actually start the sword fight, heroes are first and weird shit happens. Your phone starts ringing. Inflicting damage is approved, and the bad guy goes, "A phone!" And he wants to run. So you're first, though. If you can hit him and damage him, then you get a card.
All right, I'm going to play.
He's freaked out by maybe the ghosts. Russ's ghosts are coming to get me, says the bad guy. Russ is still going through his fucking -30 thing, probably for this whole combat.
How does strength rolls work when it comes to damage?
In order to get a strength bonus, you need to have an 80 or better in strength. Which
can I play Big Jim Slade, which gives me a critical? Or no? Is that just used for strength rolls in general, not for bonusing
it's
the
for
damage?
strength. I don't think it says anything about damage on the card. It
doesn't. It says and don't help damage against foes. Duh.
There you go.
Would have helped if I read the whole thing. So I'm going to play a little extra, +1 damage for you, or for the entire combat. Any weapons this affects, blah blah blah.
Perfect.
So
Do you have anything else
+1.
you'd like to play on this poor bastard?
I'm also going to give myself +5 movement speed, so he can't run away from me.
I'd use that next round because if he runs away from you, the +5 meters will. I'll show you how that works in a bit. What else? You got anything else?
Nothing else useful.
Okay, go ahead and write your +1 damage for this combat. Go ahead and give me that sword roll, and if you can hit him, you get a no card.
That's a hit.
Of course.
And then D10 is what I'm rolling, not D6.
Yes.
So
try to get better rolls.
10 damage +1, so 11 damage.
+1, 11.
He spins and falls down because with your little extra, that's just enough to knock his ass out. For his round, he regenerates and opens his eyes like, oh, fuck. And next round. Oh, God damn, you guys are dangerous. Villains are first. Shooting a random person not involved with the combat is approved. They're at a quarter skill to hit with the pistol if you were to fast draw pistol. Way over there, some lady pushing a stroller. If you get hurt or the kid, it give you a card, but it may be bad. Villains are first. For his round, he stands up. That's his whole round. It's your turn now. Keep in mind, if you do a called shot, Jeremy, and you inflict not a lot of damage, in fact, if you can do a called shot and hit because you've got that little extra going, his head should pop right the fuck off.
I'm going for the called shot.
Give me your sword at -30. Good luck.
Am I still helpless or am I at -30, Logan?
You're at -30.
Okay.
I'm going to use a hero point to bump that up, or to reroll that. Ugh.
You are fated to fucking miss his neck.
Yep.
Now keep in mind, hero points. You're wanting to fucking hold on to those things because they will keep you alive.
Yep.
I'm still at 16, so
wow.
I'm not doing too bad. I was maxed out at the beginning of the day.
Damn. All right. Next round. Here's something that Russ can do to get a little card hoarding going. Heroes are first, villains are second. Making pirate noises is approved.
Yeah.
Arr!
Now, Jeremy,
he knows everything.
Excellent. Jeremy, if you choose to make pirate noises to get a card, that means that's your action for the round.
Yeah.
So would you like to do that or try another called shot on this fucker's neck before he gets to go?
I'm chopping his head off.
He's trying to run, so go ahead and let's see how you do.
I failed chopping his head off.
Excellent. Let's see how his sprint away from Psycho with a sword roll is going. Ha! He says. He is now 10 meters away from you. So we'll show you next round if you're using that movement card thing.
Yeah.
How
I
that
will.
works out for you. Okay.
All right. So it's next round now.
Yep. Here we go. Heroes
Using
are first
my-
to get reinforcements. There's no reinforcements. Acrobatics is approved. Right. So you're first. Now, normally you can walk up to 3 meters with just a simple action that is not your movement. So if you were to walk basically a third of the way and then play your +5 meter card, you are within reach and chop.
All right. I will go for that. Reach and chop. And
Go for
I'm just
it.
going to do a regular hit.
All right.
I should have gone for the head. Not the regular hit. Now it's time for damage.
Okay. Don't forget your little extra. And acrobatics is approved. Russ, what are you doing?
Oh, I am going to do a backflip at -30 on my acrobatics.
Good luck.
Oops, that's not right. There we go. Oh,
Did
I
you do it?
succeed.
Holy shit. All right. I thought you for sure you just fall over.